Ilang tulog na lang and the comeback fight we have all been waiting for is on. Can he, will he, and have the odds changed in his favor? Joining us via Zoom to break down the much-anticipated Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios matchup is attorney Ed Tolentino. Partner, good evening!
Good evening, partner, at good evening po sa lahat ng sumusubaybay sa iyong programa.
First of all, attorney, I want to say congratulations, 100,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel where you are the host, the director, the producer, the writer. Lahat na, congratulations. And it's good to know that after all these years, yung mga fans mo since 1986 still continue to support you and your boxing analysis.
Oo nga, maraming salamat sa kanila. Katuwaan lang po yun. Wala lang po tayo magawa. So, sabi ko nga, it's strictly for passion, not commission.
Ayan. Well, attorney, we're so thankful for the time. Eto, Manny Pacquiao coming back into the ring after 4 years of inactivity. The last time we saw him was in 2021 against Dennis Ugas. To start off, I want to ask you, attorney, did you see this day coming na babalik itong si Manny inside the ring?
Yes, I saw this thing happening kasi naniniwala ako na hindi niya gusto yung nangyaring ending nung career niya noong 2021 nung matalo siya kay Dennis Ugas. I don't think that's the ending he really liked, ano? And I thought na nung medyo alanganin sa seleksyon, eventually natalo siya. I thought, eto na, babalik na sa boxing si Manny Pacquiao kasi wala na siya masyadong distraction eh. Tapos na yung politika, in a way, wala na masyadong mga distractions. What's left? Boxing. At saka sabi ko, medyo bullshit yan eh, kasi medyo natalo sa eleksyon, napagastos. Ano? E di, ipuntong ko lahat ng aking frustration sa boxing. At ito na nga, yung laban kay Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship. The WBC was very accommodating. I think crucial yung WBC. Nung sinabi nila, go ahead, despite some protests, dahil nga hindi naman siya active for the last 4 years. Nung sinabi ng WBC, we're sanctioning this fight. Yun na ang critical para sa akin. Aprobado na yung pagbabalik ni Manny Pacquiao with the WBC opening the gates.
Attorney Ed, I was watching your pre-fight analysis on your YouTube channel, Boxer Shorts, and you laid out yung mga advantages ni Barrios at yung advantages ni Manny Pacquiao. Of course, Barrios has the advantage with regards to the age, the activity, but one advantage na you cited that is in favor of Manny Pacquiao is that sanay si Manny sa mga laban of this kind of magnitude. Do you think that there's a possibility na baka magulat itong si Barrios na, teka, ang laki, baka mas starstruck na ito na yung legend, nasa harapan ko na. Do you think there's a possibility na mangyari yun and could favor Manny Pacquiao in the actual fight?
Yes, it can happen. Ano? In fact, in the challenge kay Mario Barrios, ang sabi nga niya, kailangan hindi ako ma-starstruck. Kailangan iparamdam ko kay Manny Pacquiao na siya 46 years old na. Pero pag nag-eyeball to eyeball niya sa boxing ring, sabi nga natin, iba yung fight experience ni Manny Pacquiao eh. He relishes this kind of atmosphere. Samantalang si Barrios, yung pinaka-biggest fights na yung kay Gervonta Tank Davis at kay Thurman, talo siya pareho doon sa laban na yun, ano? So, hindi mo mayalis yan. Hindi mo mayalis yan. The moment they face each other, papasok at papasok. Lalo na pag tinamaan siya ni Manny Pacquiao na, uy, yung pala ang experience. Nakatama ka ng left straight mula kay Manny Pacquiao. Yun ang talaga, yun ang challenge kay Barrios. He has to overcome that hurdle. Because even Juan Manuel Marquez, sabi ni Manuel Marquez, yan ang problema, yung salat na fight experience ni Barrios. Diyan kakana si Manny Pacquiao because he commands the stage. Ito ang kanyang fountain of youth eh. Itong boxing ring. Sabi nga niya, ito ang passion ko, narito, nandun pa rin. Yan ang talagang ipapakita ni Manny Pacquiao. At yun ang hamon kay Barrios. He has to show no respect kay Manny Pacquiao because it's going to be a tough night kapag siya nagpakita ng respeto kay Pacquiao.
Attorney, you mentioned the name of Juan Manuel Marquez and I'll get to him in a bit. But speaking of no respect, alam mo kung sino walang respeto kay Manny Pacquiao? Yung trainer nitong si Barrios na si Bob Santos. Sabi niya dun sa press con, ano gusto mo? Ospital o sementeryo? So ano reaction mo doon na parang ginagalit pa nila itong si Pacman? Ospital daw o sementeryo?
Alam mo, sa experience ni Manny Pacquiao, hindi natatalab po yung mga ganyan. Marami na pong nakalaban si Manny Pacquiao na mas malala pang trash talker. Naalala ko si si Broner, no? Si Broner. Sabi nga niya, lahat na ng trash talk binato ko, tumatawa pa rin yung Manny Pacquiao. I don't know how to deal with him. These things will not, stay in the head of Manny Pacquiao. He's used to this. Alam niya ito eh. Alam niya ang bentahan sa boxing eh. Kasama ito sa promotion. At una-una, hindi naman yung trainer ang kakaharapin ko. Si Barrios pa din. Pag tunog ng kampana, tabi lang ng trainer, ang matitira lamang ay si Barrios at si Manny Pacquiao. Iyon lang malaking bagay para kay Manny Pacquiao. These things, they do not rattle Pacquiao anymore. Wala na itong epekto kay Manny Pacquiao. Sanay na siya. Sabi ko nga, ito nga big fight experience. Alam niya ito. Ang dami pa mga mabibigat na trash talker na nakalaban itong si Manny Pacquiao. Sina Rios, Margarito, yung mga yan. Hindi naman nag-epek-ipak man yung ganyan. At the end of the day, sila pa rin. Kamao pa rin ang magsasalita sa labang ito.
Attorney, you know, one of the things that surprised me was that video of Juan Manuel Marquez that came out na parang ang saya-saya niya. Parang kumpiyansa siya na mananalo at yamado itong dati niyang rival na si Manny Pacquiao. Your reaction that Juan Manuel Marquez, the fiercest rival in many boxing fans' eyes, is favoring Manny Pacquiao?
Alam mo, lumabas ang pangalan ni Marquez kasi sinabi ni Barrios, gusto niyang kopyahin yung style ni Marquez. Ang sabi niya, kakaunteran ko ng kanan si Pacquiao, gagayahin ko yung ginawa ni Marquez. Si Marquez mismo nagsabi, mukhang hindi e-effect yan. Kasi si Marquez, inabot ng 4 na laban, almost 42 rounds, bago na ipasok yung kanan na yun, ano? And iba naman ang style ng Barrios, ano? Iba yung style ng Barrios kumpara kay Marquez. Marquez is banking on the rich fight experience of Manny Pacquiao. Alam ni Marquez what Pacquiao brings to the table. In fact, maaaring alam din ni Marquez na nakalusot lang yung kanan ko eh. Maaaring nakatsamba lang ako eh. Ano? So, alam niya na may galaw pa rin yung Manny Pacquiao. Marquez is the first to know because siya talaga ang kontrapelo ni Manny Pacquiao. So, kung nakita niya at siya kumbinsido na mukhang may galaw pa yung Manny Pacquiao, Marquez knows na Pacquiao can still deliver.
Attorney, I know in your YouTube channel, you said that you're not going to give a prediction. Hindi mo sasabihin kung sino ang manalo kasi kung sinabi mo yan, o di wag na tayo mag-analysis. But have you given your official prediction? Because I know during this time, tuwing lumalaban si Manny Pacquiao, ikaw ay nagbibigay ng prediction. How do you see this fight turning out?
Alam mo, heavy favorite si Mario Barrios and for a good reason. 30 years old, 6-footer. In the 4 years that Manny Pacquiao was out, naka-6 na laban po itong si Mario Barrios. Those are tough fights. Pero alam ko na pinili ni Manny Pacquiao si Barrios because he knows maraming butas ang laro ni Mario Barrios. Marupok ang panga, maluwag ang depensa, mabagal ang galaw kumpara kay Manny Pacquiao. Iyon nga lamang, sabi ko, 46 years old, inactive for 4 years. The key for Pacquiao is to start fast. Katulad yung ginawa niya kay Kit Thurman. Maaga siya nagsimula, he piled up the lead, and in the second half, kung saan tinatamaan na siya ni Thurman, he was able to coast. And kahit pa paano, get a decision win. The first half of this fight will be very, very critical. First 6 rounds, gusto ko tapusin na ni Manny Pacquiao yung laban na ito. Or at least, build a huge lead para mag-coast na lang siya kung talaga hindi niya kayang in-out yung Barrios. Because in the second half of this fight, at nandun pa rin yung Barrios, he is the one who has the legs to go 12 rounds. At doon sa second half, maaaring lumabas na yung pagiging 46 years old ni Manny Pacquiao. Sapagkat nakita na natin yan eh. Kay Thurman, in the second half, he faded. Halos ganoon din. Mas malala pa kay Yordenis Ugas. So it's very important for Pacquiao to get a hot start. He gets that, I think he can pull it off. Either by late TKO or even by decision. Kailangan lang mag-build up na agad ng lamang. Kasi nandun lang kalakasan niya eh, in the early rounds. Nandun pa rin. Yun ang chance niya to turn back the clock. And I'm telling you, if he pulls it off, Anton, this will be the greatest comeback since Lazarus.
Wow. 46 years old, a world champion again, and The name Floyd Mayweather is starting to float again. Sinabi ni Floyd Mayweather, Attorney Ed, manunood siya dito sa Las Vegas sa laban ni Pacquiao. And now there's actually talk that a 48-year-old Mayweather might face off against a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. What do you think about that possibility, Attorney Ed?
Well, it can happen because there will be so much money on the table eh. Although people will be saying na itong sequel nito is coming several years late, people will still watch it. Pala nga sa akin, dapat yan, wag ganapin sa Las Vegas, sa Golden Acres na lang eh. Kasi given their age, But if Pacquiao performs, if he fares well, diyan mapipik ang interest ng mga tao. Diyan mapipik ang interest. Kailangan talaga manalo si Manny Pacquiao at ang masakit nga isipin dito, if he wins, Anton, the comeback is not finished. The comeback is not finished. He will return again. He will return again. Teaser lang to lalabas pag nagkataon.
Kumbaga, nagkaroon ng second chance to have that rematch against Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, Attorney Ed, recently I had the privilege of sitting down with Governor Chavit Singson, and sinabi niya, he knows Floyd Mayweather personally. Ang balita daw niya, wala daw pera itong si Manny Mayweather. It's very ironic. That is why there is that possibility na baka labanan niya ulit itong si Manny Pacquiao, di ba, para magkapera. What are you hearing and what are your thoughts on that na Manny has no money?
Well, the rematch will really be, number one, about money. Aminin na natin, Yan ang magiging magnet dito eh. That will pull the fighters back to the ring. There is so much money that can be made in boxing ngayon. Sobra-sobra po ang pera, pay-per-view, etc. The Riyadh season, they're paying so much money. Pacquiao Mayweather 2 will still ring a bell sa mga boxing fans. And saan ka ba kakakuha? Kung let's say, totoong kulang na ang kanilang alkansya, medyo kinakapos na, how can you refill yung piggy bank mo? Boxing, guaranteed purse yan eh. Matalo manalo, you get the purse. And what, 30 minutes work? Puno na ulit, replenish na ang bank account mo. Ito pinakamaganda, ang boxing. Maring delikado, pero sabi ko nga, money is the magnet that will pull these fighters back to the ring. Ito ang pinaka-sequel na pinakamalayong agwat since Dumb and Dumber o nagkataon. Di ba? Ibang klase. Ewan ko. Who's dumb, who's dumber? Pero may manunood. May manunood.
Kung si Mike Tyson nga, Attorney Ed, we never thought that he would come back, and then he comes back in a worldwide event that was streamed on Netflix.
Yes.
Ito, Attorney Ed.
20 million, imagine.
Grabe,
20 million for a 58-year-old guy, inactive for almost 20 years. That's the highest paycheck a dinosaur ever earned.
Woo! Eto, Attorney Ed, one last question before we wrap up this interview. You've been covering boxing since 1986. Did you ever see boxing transforming into what it has become? Where a guy in his 50s like Mike Tyson fighting a YouTuber turned boxer like Jake Paul, and then now the possibility of Floyd Mayweather Jr. pushing 50 fighting Manny Pacquiao, and still producing and generating the type of money and audience that it could.
Alam mo yung comeback sa boxing, nangyayari po talaga yan. Part and parcel yan ng mga boxer yung bumalik. Pero hindi yung mga 50, 46, 45. Yung pinakauling ganyan si George Foreman pero very rare yun. Ngayon ang dami nagbabalikan, 58 nagbabalikan because the atmosphere has changed. The atmosphere has changed. You have YouTube. Doon sa YouTube, nakikita ng mga boxing fans yung mga prime years ng mga boxer. So, napitikel yung imagination nila. So, ayan, ibabalik ng promoter, makikita nila, although in the actual fight, iba na ang galaw. Pero, natitikel yung imagination because of YouTube And then, sabi nga natin, na-invento yung concept ng pay-per-view. So, there is so much money that can be made. May streaming na, pumapasok na rin sila sa boxing. So, the technology is there. At hindi natin inakala na darating yung araw na kahit 50 years old, ilalaban ka. Ordinary ang comeback sa boxing, pero hindi ganitong ka-late stage na 50, 46. Very rare lang yung mga ganyan na sobrang tanda na, lumalaban pa and fighting for the world title. Yung iba bumabalik, pero hindi na sila main event status. Pero ito main event kumakanapa Ano? Because wider ang audience because of, you don't actually have to go to the arena. Hindi ba? Because of pay-per-view, mapapanood mo kahit sa tablet mo. So malaking bagay ito para mag-reach out ang boxing and command even big money. So technology has something to do with this. At yun nga, sabi nga natin, ang masakit lang dito, some boxers are just taking the money and running away with it. Tayo mga boxing fans, bitin sa action.
Well, hopefully, hindi tayo mabibitin sa bakbakang Manny Pacquiao at Mario Barrios sa darating na linggo.
Yeah.
And hopefully, it reinvigorates Manny and becomes the start of something new. Kumbaga, a renaissance with regards to his boxing career. Attorney, partner, maraming salamat ulit and congratulations again.
Always a pleasure talking to you, Anton. At let's save a prayer po kay Manny Pacquiao because he is risking his health at 46. So sana lang walang masaktan sa labang ito. Talagang clean action lamang.
We'll definitely do that, Attorney Ed. Thank you so much and more power, Attorney Ed. Attorney Ed Tolentino with us here on The Scorecard.
Salamat po.